Hello, how are you guys? We're just getting started here, just getting warmed up. Hello, hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Go ahead and get logged into the chat box, you guys, if you aren't already. Just kind of getting set up here. A few minutes before 10 o'clock. So if you guys are already hanging out with me, go ahead and get the chat box set up there and say hi in the chat box. I'm just watching the chat box on my phone. It's a little bit easier for me to see and engage with you guys. Let's see who we have here. Hey, Jamie. Hey, hey. I'm gonna log myself into the chat box too. Not that I will be typing in there, but okay, perfect. So you guys can see me, hear me, everything is good. I'm new to Google Hangouts, which is what I'm using to broadcast live with you guys right now. So this is first and fresh for me. So I just wanna make sure we are up and running and everything is looking good on your end. So as you guys are rolling in to join us, again, I kind of popped on just a few minutes early so we could make sure that the technology is all working as it should. Thank you, Jamie, for saying hi. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope there are other people hopping on. Please make sure to put your comments in the chat box so that I know that you guys can hear and see me okay. My name is Shannon Burns. I am a personal stylist for busy moms and owner of the online store Layered by Cake. So you guys are here because you are signed up for our awesome summit, the Busy Mom Summit, which I am the hostess of this project. So I am just super, super thrilled to have you guys here with me. So as you guys are rolling in, please, like I said, get hooked up with the chat box. You just have to like sign into it. Takes a second. And hey, Lindsay, perfect, awesome. Oh, you're so sweet. See my beautiful face, blush. So glad to have you here, Lindsay. You guys, I want to share a little story while we're waiting for people. I'm a storyteller, so I hope you don't mind. I got up this morning and my husband we have like a coffee center, right, for lack of a better word. And he pulls the coffee out and he looks at the jar where we hold our coffee and he's all, do we have more coffee? Like it was like torture, right? And I was like, oh gosh, I was like, no, I guess not. We do our grocery shopping like earlier in the week and I didn't realize we were low on it. So no coffee. So I ended up with a fancy coffee this morning because there was a coffee emergency in my household. So I'm sure my husband did a Starbucks run on his way to work as well. And then I go through the drive-through and I'm not a venti drinker. And if you guys have a preference with coffee, I would love to know how you take your coffee. I'm a super simple coffee gal. So if you're in the chat box right now, say hi, tell me where you're from too. I'd love to know where you guys are joining us from. And then tell me how you take your coffee. I'm like super simple, black coffee, a little bit of agave nectar, and I'm good to go. And if I'm feeling fancy, I throw cinnamon powder on top, and that's it. So going to Starbucks is like complicated for me. I'm like, just regular coffee, please, like nothing fancy. So my fancy drink at Starbucks is a cafe misto, which is essentially just coffee and milk, but I'm lactose intolerant. So I get soy. And I ordered a grande, which this is what I ended up with. And the guy at the window, he hands me my coffee and I'm like, oh, what is that? So, I mean, I just feel all out of sorts. My coffee game is like totally upgraded today. It's very strange for me. I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on today. But the good thing is I'm here with you guys and I'm super pumped about it. So that was my 2-minute lame coffee story and I hope you enjoyed it. Pennsylvania, I love it. And tea drinker. What kind of tea? What kind of tea do you drink? Sometimes I drink tea in the afternoon too, but I usually switch to herbal in the afternoon. And at night I like detox teas. It's cold, you know, it's winter, so I'm all about the tea in the afternoon. So hey Dawn, how are you? I love it. I love seeing you guys hop on here. So I'm going to get started a little bit. I mean, we're 2 minutes past 10, so we'll probably have some more people hopping on here to join us. But I wanted to do a little bit of just kind of an introduction. This kickoff party is really to give you guys kind of the inside scoop of how the summit's going to work, so you can kind of get a feel for it and to make sure you don't miss out on anything that you are looking for. Hopefully you've had a chance to read through the emails. The welcome email definitely had everything in there, and hopefully you guys had a chance to look at that playbook as well. You signed up and you get that free playbook, and that playbook is really like the amazing like guide that I put together for you guys. So I hope you've had a chance to look at that. If not, no worries. We'll dive more into this. But like I said, my name is Shannon Burns. I'm the hostess of the Busy Mom Summit. I'm a personal stylist and boutique owner of the online store Layered by Cake. What I do is I help busy moms with their style. I make it super simple for them. I have a group community on Facebook. If you haven't joined the group community yet, I highly recommend that you do. That was also in the email, so you can get the links for that as well. Once we hop off here too, I'll make sure if there's a place I can put it for the Google Hangout, I'll put the links in the comments below as well. But the group community is really, it's a style community, and it's my vision of what I felt I needed as a busy mom. Once I had kids, it just like destroyed my world. I didn't even know what happened. And that's okay. Destroyed is really like, okay, I'm over exaggerating, but I mean, it was like a shock to my world. Like I didn't know what hit me. I wasn't prepared for it. My daughter was colicky. She cried all the time. I never got any sleep. I ended up with postpartum depression. And this was after my first. She's now, she'll be 7 this summer. So, you know, this was quite a few years ago, but I was a fashionista from the start. I have my bachelor's degree in fashion design. I've always loved just the art of adornment, putting myself together, experimenting with fun colors and patterns. Like that's always really been my passion, and it's true to who I am. So when I had my daughter, I just kind of like shut all that off, because I was like, no, I have to be selfless. I have to be everything for my kids. So, Dawn, you didn't hit play. Oh no. I hope some other people figured it out too. Sorry, I'm just reading through the chat real quick. So yeah. So if you guys, hopefully, yes, thank you guys in the chat too. Make sure to tell the other peeps to hit play. But yeah, you do have to hit play or refresh your screen to get the video to start rolling. So, but anyhow, so, you know, once I had my first, I was working in retail. I was a retail management for Anthropologie, which I absolutely adored working for that company. But it was just too much. And I thought, you know, like, I think I'm supposed to be, as a mom, I'm supposed to be selfless. I'm supposed to do everything for my kid. Like everything should be wrapped around this little person. Like clothes don't matter anymore. You know, these things don't matter as much. So I put my self-care on the back burner. That was one of the first things I did. And then on top of it, I switched industries from a very passionate industry, the one that's true to who I am. And then I took a pay cut to go to a normal like 9-to-5 position, which wasn't a bad decision, but I was definitely just in kind of a bad place. And I thought, you know, if I feel so out of touch with fashion, because I did 3 years at that desk job, and I felt, you know, if I'm so out of it, if I'm so out of the fashion world that I don't even know where to begin, like I can't even imagine what other moms that had the same experience are dealing with, especially if you're not a fashionista to begin with. So that's really what inspired me to do what I do and create the mom style community that I have created. And for those of you guys that are in the community, thank you so much for being there. I just love my clients. And this was really the inspiration too for this project. So the Busy Mom Summit, what this is, you guys, this is the last like 2.5 years of my life. The transformation that I have gone through, because there, like anything, you know, there's challenges in life and there's things that we want to do and achieve. And it's hard to reach those goals, but you're going to have the peaks and valleys. You know, you're going to have days where you're like, yes, I got this. And then days where you're like, oh my gosh, my world's falling apart. And I know you can relate, whether that's in mommy life or work life or in your relationship with your husband or a friendship, whatever that may be, you know, everything has peaks and valleys. And the transformation that I have made over the last 2 years is something that is just really passionate to me. And it's brought me so much joy. Like my life is becoming more and more of what I have always dreamt it to be. And I'm so, so grateful for that. A lot of it is the birth of my business, the birth of my kids. I've learned so much from my children, from my husband. And it's been this journey that I felt like I wanted to put this out there for other moms. Again, like, you know, if I'm struggling with something, there has to be somebody else out there that's struggling with it too. So over the last 2.5 years, I have gathered resources. I went out there, I hunted for information on specific problems. It wasn't something that like, boom, I just like changed overnight and it was done. You know, this has been a long progress for me to, you know, chip away at certain things in my life that I felt needed improvement and lessening that chaos and overwhelm. And that's really the headlining in the topic. I'm sure you've read it time and time again on our page and also in the emails. We're lessening the chaos and finding more joy. So the women that I brought together for this summit are all amazing, incredible women, and they're experts in their fields. The biggest thing for me was doing a mindset change, you know. Hey, Antonia, how are you? Glad to have you here, dear. Sorry, just checking on those comments again, making sure we're good here. And if you guys have questions as they go along, like please, you know, feel free to just pop your comments in there. I'll be checking them as we go along. But you know, the chaos and the overwhelm for momhood, like it stinks, guys. Like I don't know. There's some days where I get up and my kids and my husband and I'm rushing through the house and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then before you know it, it's bedtime. Like you swear you just got up and then you're like, what did I get done today? Like my house is still a disaster. My life feels crazy and I got to get up and do this again tomorrow. What in the world? Like who signed up for this, you know? So that's kind of how I felt at times. And I was like, there has got to be a solution to this. And it started with mindset. So if you guys have opened up the playbook at all, I highly recommend that you do the playbook. Hey, Ashley, so glad to have you here, dear. Open up that playbook because that's what I talk about in the intro is just, it starts with mindset. It starts with how you perceive things and the positivity. And so we're kicking off the summit tomorrow at 10 a.m., starting everything with Brittany Carmichael and Megan Hall. Two phenomenal women that are so inspirational to me. Brittany's tribe has been very, very inspirational to me. That girl she has beautiful graphics. I just love her marketing and her colors are so dreamy. I want to fall into them. But she's always posting like inspirational quotes and talking about self-love and how we need to appreciate who we are first before we can give love to others. And I think that's a really, really powerful message. And the transformation that I have made in my life started with mindset. I had to change the way that I perceived things because I was so busy letting the chaos and overwhelm consume me that it was hard to see the positive notes, the great things that I had in my life, my wonderful children that are so phenomenal and all of the gifts that they bring to my life. It was hard for me to see that, you know, and it's hard for me to even share this with you guys too. Like, I mean, that's full hardcore honesty here. It was hard having postpartum with the first and trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like this is going to be okay. And my kids are a blessing and I'm worth it to get up and get dressed every day and still love my passions. I'm not a bad person if I want to get up and spend 20 minutes doing my hair and my makeup so that I feel better and I'm a happier person so I can be a better mom. These are the overlying messages that we are conveying in the Busy Mom Summit. And it's such a powerful message that I feel is just, I just think there's so many moms out there that could use that message. We got to keep it on the forefront of our brains. And so I think too, with like social media, like follow people like Brittany Carmichael and Megan Hall that have wonderful communities that are inspiring, that are uplifting, that keep you happy every day. These are important things. We have to work on our mindset. So that's what we're kicking off the summit with tomorrow. How many of you guys have had a chance to look at the agenda, look at the playbook? I'm just kind of curious. Have any of you guys had a chance to like open up the playbook? Did you even see that it was there? If not, make sure that you do that and download. I'm gonna let you guys reply here. There's a little bit of a delay. Just sip some of my coffee. So not yet. Okay, no worries, Ashley. No judging here, girl. It's all good. The playbook, one, it's beautiful. My graphic designer, she did an amazing job putting everything together, all the graphics that you guys have seen for this. It's been a lot of work. Dawn, you either? Girl. Okay, no worries, no judging, guys, but definitely do it before tomorrow. I'd love for you just to read the first 2 pages. I know with how big the playbook is, I think it ended up being like 30 pages or something. There's a lot of content in there. So, but don't feel overwhelmed. The majority of the content is just like showing you which speakers are debuting, which days, what their days and times are. Where is it again? Ashley, it should be in the welcome email that you received. So go back through your email and there'll be a link, like it should say, here's how this is all going to work. Make sure you get your agenda. I think there were two emails on that. So just go back and check those. But like I said, the playbook, it has places where you guys can enter notes as you're watching the videos. And again, you guys, like there's 21 guest speakers. I get like you are not going to dedicate the next 9 days of your life to watching every single video. So if there's something that's really pressing, like go through the speaker agenda and kind of see like, okay, which titles kind of resonate with me? What are they talking about? What's applicable to my life? Like feel free to use this free access to the summit as kind of a pick and choose what you feel is applicable to your life too. And then, you know, of course, like if you know other moms that you feel like need this message, need this in their life and need to, you know, hop on and maybe see some of the speakers, you know, I'd really appreciate the shares as well. Like tell them to come over and join us. And you guys also in the group page, we are doing live Q&As. So a lot of, what do I have? I have 7 of these guest speakers that are scheduled to do live Q&As. So every day you guys are going to get an email in your inbox. And once the summit is done, we will not irritate your inbox as much. But again, I don't want you to miss any of the guest speakers. So there's going to be 7 of them, and it'll say under like the email of the day, it'll say, okay, here's guest speaker number 1 or 2. And then underneath it'll say, and this one has a live Q&A session. The live Q&A sessions are typically an hour after they debut. We had a couple that had to do different times, but hop into that Facebook group page and do the live Q&A, because if you watch the video and there was something that was just pressing in there, like a pressing question you really wanted to ask them, that's your opportunity. So, and we're only doing the live Q&As once. So those will be in the group page and those guest speakers will be waiting. I even have one guest speaker who's also doing like a little raffle like giveaway in her Q&A. So there's a couple of them too giving away some goodies. So don't miss that either. So we have some really amazing mamas with wonderful businesses, graphic tee businesses, other boutique mamas, like just awesome peeps that are going to be hanging out with us. So I'm truly blessed to have them. Am I in the group page? Yeah, done. The same group page that we have for Layered by Cake is the same one for Busy Mom Summit. So for the next 9 days, the VIP Layered by Cake group page is the same one that we're going to be posting all the information for the Busy Mom Summit. The live Q&A sessions will go on in that group page. And again, there'll be a link like in the email for the live Q&A. That link goes straight over to the group page. So even if you haven't asked to join, you can join at that point and we'll approve your request right away. And you can get in there and engage with all of the guest speakers, or 7 of our guest speakers live. So I think that's a pretty exciting feature. Yeah, exactly, Dawn. Super awesome. I'm so excited to have so many of our guest speakers. I mean, it's close to half of our guest speakers that wanted to do live Q&A. That was an optional thing that I offered to them. And so I'm just really grateful that we had so many that wanted to come in and spend extra time with you guys. So tell me, you guys, if you got a chance to look over some of the topics. I don't know if you got a chance to look at some of them. I know it's a lot of information. We're kicking it off with mindset. I've got a couple of health gurus. Any of you guys on health and fitness journeys right now? That I'm just curious. I mean, it is we closed up the first month of the year, and typically a lot of people get back on their health kicks. That was another thing in my transformation that was huge for me. I had a lot of like stomach and digestive issues, and I had never really solidified like what any of those problems were. And I finally tackled my health and fitness. And I bring on a couple of guest speakers that talk about health and fitness goals and how to achieve those being a busy mom. Because I think one of the hardest things, and you guys, props to you guys that are working mamas. Holy cow. Like, I don't know how you fit in like a workout and taking care of kids and laundry and all that, the household stuff. I mean, it's a ton of work. It's way too much for one person, in my opinion. But for me, I've chosen to make working out a priority in my life, and it's something that I never ever miss. Like every single day I do some sort of physical activity, whether it's a light yoga and stretching, or it's an intense cardio or a weightlifting. I do it, and I do it all at home. I chose a home workout program, which I talk about in the summit as well. But that was huge for me. So, Ashley, you're on a health journey. Hang on. Oh, good. Ashley, I'm so sorry that was in your spam folder, by the way. Sorry, just looking at the chat box here. That stinks, but I'm glad you went in there and did it. Good thing you were on here doing the live with me so you could find it. And definitely on a health journey, watching what you eat. Yep. Oh yeah, girl, I know exactly how that is. Oh my gosh, with my first on the mom belly thing, took me like 2 years to lose the weight. It was disastrous. And then my second, I was much more methodical about it, about my diet and what I did, my exercise routine. So I did a little bit better with my second. As I'm chewing down hot dogs and fries, Dawn. It's okay, girl. No judging. Yesterday, I definitely did some damage on some Girl Scout cookies. Have you guys been, anybody got hit up by Girl Scouts yet? Because they are like all over my pantry right now. It's embarrassing. But I do love to support me some Girl Scout cookies. So even if I have to like throw $50 at a Girl Scout cookie and I'm just giving away Girl Scout cookie boxes to friends and family for like months, I'm okay with that. So I love it. I love it. And pumping, Dawn, you're like, seriously, girl, you're superwoman. I don't even know how you do it. I love you. But yeah, so, these are all the things that, fitness, mindset, that's where it started with me, because I had to get to a point to where I felt good about me. And it changes so much. Like I get up before my kids get up so that I can get my workout in, and I'm a happier person. I'm a much happier person. If I get up when my kids do and I'm trying to get ready, that's where the chaos and the overwhelm starts to set in for me. Like starting the day that way is just, I know it's going to be a rough day if I'm already irritated because my kids are coming in and I'm trying to, my son's grabbing at my flat iron. I'm like, no. It's crazy. So I try to get up before my kids. That works for me. But what you're going to learn throughout this summit too is these are all tips and tricks. I'm giving you guys the resources. I'm giving you guys the people to connect with, to go on your own journey, go find your own transformation, because we all have dramatically different mom lives and we have different versions of what mom life looks for us. So like my version of mom life may not be the same as what you envision. And Katie is one of our guest speakers. She's from the Modern Femme community, and we talk about defining your version of success. I mean, that's huge. And in mom life too, you don't even have to have a career to really say, what is it for me to be successful? So these are all like just critical topics that I'm just so blessed to be able to cover in this summit. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And I love that you guys are like chatting it up in here. You guys are so cute. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to close it up here unless you guys, I should let you guys, if you guys have questions. So again, tomorrow it starts at 10 a.m. We're starting with Brittany Carmichael. Once her video goes live at 10 a.m., you have 48 hours to be able to view that. So if you can't make it right at 10 a.m. tomorrow, that's totally okay. Same with all the other guest speakers. So we have, I think Megan Hall is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And once her video goes live, then you have 24 hours from that point. Or I'm sorry, 48 hours from that point to watch her segment. So you do have time to catch them, but once that 48 hours is up, they do get tucked away into our vault and they're no longer available. So this is your chance to see all of the videos completely free. We do have an upgraded pass, and again, that goes in the email swipe. Talks about the all access pass, so you guys can check that out if you want to get some awesome freebies and bonuses from our guest speakers, and also have lifetime access access to the videos so you can watch them whenever and however you would like. So there's lots of options. Just take your time and definitely go through the emails, enjoy it. I hope that you guys have some laughs through these videos. I hope that you just fall in love with my guest speakers as much as I have, because they are all just truly, truly inspirational mamas, and I'm so, so blessed to know them. So, all right, you guys, and speaking of being blessed, super glad to have you guys here with me. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. The wrap-up party is the next time I will go live. That is after all of our videos have debuted. So I hope to see you guys here, back here again with me for the wrap-up party. That one is going to be super exciting, because if you entered our Busy Mom giveaway, that's another one. Again, I'll put the link, but it is the email you got today. To click over here, there was like a little PPS at the bottom. That has a link to go enter the giveaway if you haven't done that yet. But the giveaway is an amazing style package that I put together. It's actually a one-on-one closet like makeover with me. So you get a 1-hour session with me where we're gonna go through, we'll Skype together, and we will go into your closet. We'll talk about like what it is that's not working for you in your closet and how we can fix that problem for you. And then the wonderful part is I get to put together a fabulous new wardrobe for you. So the winner will get all of those things from the giveaway, and we are announcing the giveaway winner at the wrap-up party. So, excuse me. So that will be super exciting. I hope you guys can make that. That is February 13th. And that the day before my birthday, actually. So really exciting. And it'll be at 10 a.m. on February 13th. So I hope that you guys can come back and join me live for that wrap-up party. But in the meantime, enjoy, join the group party, group page. We've got all kinds of live and other stuff that'll be going on in there too. So it'll be just an awesome mom party for the next 9 days. So I hope you guys are cool with that. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you all soon. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we'll chat again soon. Bye.